Is it too late to completely change the course and the direction of where you're going at the age of 30, at the age of 40, 50, 60, 70? It don't really fucking matter, because unless you're happy and you're living the life you want, which most people aren't because they're too scared to take the risk, too scared to self-belief, they don't do it. And the problem, if you say to yourself, well, I'm already 30, I'm already 40, is it a bit too late to do it? Well, it isn't, because the next 5 years you're still going to be the same person, you're still going to be unhappy, you're still going to be pissed off, you're still going to be fed up. And the way you go when you get so much, you get so sad, you get so mentally fucked and drained, you start getting to the stage of depression and shit. I've been to the dark stage of depression, man. I went to jump off a bridge at 21, and all the way from 21 to around about 28, 27, 28, I managed to stay myself afloat by just working, keeping busy and stuff. But the thing was, I was never solved that problem until it come again, which is when this tattoo, when I got to a stage where, I don't know if fucking YouTube will fucking delete this video, but I got to a stage where I thought the best way for me to end my life, sounds fucking crazy, but overdose on methadone next to the hospital, so no one sees me, no one has to witness like my death. I'm buying more so they can just fucking bag me up and away I'm done, which is fucked. And at a stage where in my life I'd be at work, I hid it all very well, no one fucking knew, but there'd be stages where I'd cry, but days where I'm not an emotional person, I rarely ever cry, and there'd be times where I just start crying. There'd be times where I'm at work in the toilet and I'll start crying because my emotions got that fucked up, because I spent so many years not trying to solve a pain. I didn't really know how to solve a pain. If I did, I most probably would have done it, but I didn't. And it turned out that most solutions to most problems and pains is found within, which is crazy because no one's gonna come and fucking save you. And most of the time, 99% of the time, the problem you're having or the way you are, the way you're feeling is because of you, the things you're doing. It's all down to you. There'll be occasional times where terrible things may have happened to you, which wasn't your fault, but majority of the time, problems are solved, and that is found within, which at certain times I didn't even know how to even spend time on my own, even in my own mind, even at a positive. I couldn't even think. Well, I still was a positive person, but I couldn't mentally picture like freedom of mind. It was so black and dark and cold and unhappy that I just plodded on, and I then got to a stage where I thought the best thing would be to end my life, which is fucked. Like, nobody should ever feel like that. Depression, heavy depression, can come at all stage, at any time in your life. Ideally, you want to hit it before you get older. You don't want to be in a brilliant place in your life where everything goes downhill, because there'll be times where you most probably lose everything. I've been broke many fucking times, and I've now left my dream job, which made me unhappy, and I've really, everything in my life, I've just felt super unhappy, felt super lonely, felt super fucking sad, to just sell everything, get away from fucking cars, and just try and make something myself. Obviously, I ate shit and got to sales. That didn't really work very well. Sales, I never understand how people could do sales. Like, even have the confidence, how to even do something like that. And I was like, what scares me most, the thing which would grow me most, would getting sales. So I literally managed to leave my dream job, sell my shit, happy to go completely broke and have no money, which, a whole year making fuck all. I just lost money. To live a better life, to learn and grow and educate myself, knowing that I'm only getting into my prime at 30. Like, prime has literally only started because I've now got control of my life, and I'm now fully focused, and I know what I need to do to get to where I need to be. The person I want to become is the person I am becoming, and life only starts then. So instead of thinking of it, you're at 30 years old, you're at 40 years old, you're at 50, I can't start now because I'm already halfway through my fucking life. The fact is, you're not. I'm not even a quarter way from my life, because my life's only started within my last 2 years. So if my life's only started in the last 2 years, and I got, say, for instance, if I'm lucky, on another 60 years, which I don't think I'll last, because I most probably do something that will fucking kill me, like skydiving or something, but who gives a fuck? As long as you're doing something you enjoy, it doesn't really matter. But the point I'm trying to get to is, I feel like I'm only getting into my prime in the last 2 years, and life's only started. So if I got another 60 years of living, I've got another 60 years to enjoy my life. So that's I'm not halfway through my life. I'm nowhere near 1/10 through my fucking life, which is an incredible thing to feel especially when you understand how to be present, which is another thing which is a very hard thing to understand and become. But when you do get to feel present and you get to understand yourself, your emotions, your body, and understand how things work and how your brain works, say like amygdala, and what parts of your brain work certain emotions and what emotions are worse, and the inner critic, which normally brings self-doubt and hesitation, all that kind of stuff. When you become free in your mind, anything is possible. From a person who was crying in the fucking toilet, finally got to my dream job, to a person who's got rid of all that bullshit. I now can speak clearly. I now have fucking tons of confidence. I can speak slow. I don't really stutter. My words are more clearer, and I'm only going to be improving. Like, I can't go back. Obviously, you'll make leaps of improvement, but you always have to take a step back, a step forward, maybe 2 steps back, a step forward. As long as you're increasing, you're learning 1% every day, taking a step forward, take 2 back. You're always going to be moving forward. So if you are unhappy, which unless you go to bed excited and you wake up happy and full of energy because you're like, it's another fucking day, let's fucking smash it, my world's my fucking oyster, we're going to do whatever I fucking want, and you don't need money. It doesn't mean that now I can travel and I'll be maxing out all my fucking cards before we go back, which, man, I've got nothing, man. I've got rid of everything. There's nothing that I can lose, and there's nothing that they can take away from me. So I'm in a fantastic situation, although we will make plenty of money. I have the belief that I will buy my house. I have a belief that I'll take my family and friends on holiday. I have a belief that I will be able to bring people up from nothing. Like, that fuels me the fucking most, like, so fucking much. And that's why I want to make more education videos. The vlogging's fun and it's cool and like exciting, and it's helps me understand life and all that kind of better. But the main focus I want to do is help people, man, because I was very lonely, which I felt lonely. Like, I had my family around me, which at the time I felt like I didn't, because there was no inner life. Like, now I've done a couple of big tasks today, which I was way out of my comfort zone. I still done it. I still was like, fuck, I'm really uncomfortable trying to do a live call in front of everybody. I've been always, every time I do log on to it, like before we was living in my car, I'd try and not do a live call in front of everybody. I was like, fuck it, that's the one thing I'm keep running away from. Let's just do it. I'm gonna eat loads of shit, which I did, fucking at loads of shit, and I was like, yeah, it was it was a brilliant experience, because I've now took a step forward and it's not going to be so hard when I do it again. But at the same time, it was a very uncomfortable and terrible experience. But again, a step forward, sorry. One step forward, the next step's going to be even easier. And now I'm going to go out and eat some food on my own. I'm going to treat myself to a burger because we've took a big win. Small step, big win. And I'm going to treat myself. Before, I could even fucking like sit in a pub with myself. Like, I never understood how people could go and eat food on their own. Like, I couldn't even understand how I could be in my own headspace on my own. And then that's what caused me to fucking jump into relationships. A year, 2 years in relationships, I'd fuck it up or end it because I got bored, or it's an incredible experience, man. And the darkest stages of my life have been the biggest. And I'm going to end this video by saying one thing people seem to disagree on until they solve their problems through their own inner peace. Once they find the inner peace, is depression is not real. Depression's only in your mind because you allow it. You believe that it's real, so it seems real, but it isn't. And turn this into such a huge positive is, the person I am today is because of stages of life where it got so dark I wanted to kill myself. But I now look at it being incredible. It's been an incredible journey, and maybe everybody should go through depression. It's only if you allow it to fuck your life up and not take any action, where you then find people who either been in that situation, or you look up to someone, or you get inspired by someone to then help you push through it and grow through it, because you need to push through it, because that's where you grow. You can either be scared and sad like majority of people who take medication, which doesn't help. It's just it is just a money maker, and it's the same as having a fucking placebo. But But yeah, I'm there. Like again, I want to actually end this call now, end this video now, and I just want to say that depression is actually a wonderful thing. Depression is a wonderful thing, and I can say that because over my life when I was going to kill myself, I can say depression is a wonderful thing. It isn't at the time, but what it gives you and what allows you to understand and control, like you'll never be able to get it or have that inner power and have that, I guess, inner ability unless you go through it. So most people spend thousands of pounds on experiences, and real dark depression is an experience in its own, which you can only get if things really go bad. And remember, there's always people in worse situations, which I know plenty of people who's had it far worse, which they people close to me, and they basically don't even know it, but they mean a will to me and they inspire me. So if they can do it and handle it far better than I can do it, then they inspire me. So hopefully this inspires people. Hopefully people have made it through. Any questions, obviously if it's personal, I can't imagine you want to drop a comment, but send me a private message through Instagram or something, and we'll chat a little bit. And yeah, hopefully this helps you. I want to do far more. I'm not too sure how I'm going to go about it, but this is something which I've been holding back because I want to have it perfect and all that kind of shit, which procrastination, if that's how you say it. My pronunciation, certain words I can't pronounce. I had a speech impediment, that's the right way, which was a thing which fucked me up quite a lot because I felt stupid and I never used to read. Now I read every morning, and even reading in a short period of time has grown my understanding of words. Had a lot, but yeah, I want to leave it here. Hope you enjoyed it. Hopefully that's kind of helps you, or at least knowing you. It isn't just you who's going through this shit. Like everybody goes through it, man. It's the only difference is between a winner and a loser. A winner understands and takes action and takes control and gets their life back, or you do fuck all. You do end up either going, or you don't completely go, but you do go up there. And there's a saying which I heard was a brilliant saying which has always stuck with me, is don't worry about the thief in the alley, worry about the thief up there.